Silk Road, world's most powerful illegal business. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever come to a world in which the rules have been broken and chaos reigns supreme? If one such place could ever exist, what will you do? Today, we are exploring society's dark underbelly where secret deals and illegal activities thrive. Prepare to be captivated by the appeal of this illegal business, where the line between danger and fortune is blurred and the stakes have never been higher. Join us as we uncover the stories and daring characters that inhabit the shadows. But before we commence, please make sure that you have subscribed to our channel and like this video. Also, stay up until the end to receive the keyword for the opulent viewer contest. This high-powered illegal business was named Silk Road. Silk Road was a darknet online black market. It was used by numerous drug dealers and other illegal vendors to distribute massive quantities of illegal drugs and other illegal goods and services to many buyers and to launder all funds. The story begins with the company's founder, Ross Ulbricht. Ulbricht, using the alias Dead Pirate Roberts, launched Silk Road on the dark web in early 2011. His dream was to build an online marketplace where people could buy and sell goods and services anonymously using Bitcoin. Ross Ulbricht ran it until 2013, when it was shut down by the FBI. He was later arrested and sentenced to life in prison. However, in a plot twist straight out of a spy novel, a cyber attackers stole and hid thousands of bitcoins using Silk Road. It took law enforcement several years to track down the perpetrator. Bitcoins were worth more than $3.3 billion at that time. The lengthy law enforcement operation was challenging and complex, but in the end, this laid the groundwork for future action against darknet marketplaces. Here is what happened: how Silk Road functioned. The Tor network and Bitcoin provided anonymity for both sellers and buyers on Silk Road. Tor is both a browser and a service that routes internet traffic through a network of servers. Each of these servers then masks the IP address, rendering it untraceable. Bitcoin is a digital currency that was launched in 2009. It enables peer-to-peer transactions in the absence of a central authority, such as a bank or government. The blockchain, on the other hand, records, secures, and authenticates these transactions. On the Silk Road, people bought and sold a wide variety of goods and services. However, by 2013, drugs accounted for roughly 70% of all the purchases. Drug trafficking via mail to temporary PO boxes helped bring about the demise to Silk Road. This enabled authorities to apprehend Ulbricht's freelance employees and piece together the Silk Road story. Still, the Tor network prevented law enforcement from determining who was behind Silk Road. That was the case until an FBI agent struck gold. A Reddit user warned that Silk Road's IP address was now public. The agent investigated the claim by posting various data on Silk Road, then analyzing the traffic with software until he discovered the IP address. Ulbricht, who went by the online alias Dread Pirate Roberts, was eventually caught logging into the site from a public library after some incredible and persistent spy work. He was arrested and charged with money laundering, computer hacking, drug trafficking conspiracy, and attempted murder in order to silence at least 5 people who threatened to expose Silk Road. Ulbricht turned down a plea deal that would have resulted in a minimum 10-year sentence, which proved to be a costly mistake. He was convicted, sentenced to multiple years in prison, including 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole, and fined $183 million. The mysterious case of the missing billions. The United States, Under the leadership of Senator Charles Schumer, the DEA and the Department of Justice conducted a lengthy and intensive investigation to locate the billions of dollars in Bitcoin stolen from Silk Road prior to the site's closure. In 2012, a man named James Zong created 9 Silk Road accounts under the guise of anonymity. He then initiated over 140 transactions, causing Silk Road's withdrawal processing system to release approximately 50,000 bitcoins into those accounts. He took advantage of a flaw in the system by making an initial deposit, then quickly withdrawing an amount less than the deposit, but repeating the process many times within a second before the system could register that the account was depleted. Zong did this on multiple accounts, withdrawing a total of $375 million. Zong then transferred his ill-gotten gains to a variety of addresses in order to conceal who owned and controlled the bitcoins. Zong benefited from a coin split almost 5 years after the theft, when Bitcoin split into two cryptocurrencies, traditional Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. He converted the latter back to Bitcoin, totaling 3,500 Bitcoin. He then converted Bitcoin to dollars using the same exchange as before. This made it simple for investigators to follow the money. They knew he was somewhere out there and waited for him to show himself, arresting the Bitcoin thief. After a decade of investigation, the government was finally tipped off when a man in Athens, Georgia, called the police to report that he had burglarized and that the thieves had stolen a lot of Bitcoin, which drew the attention of the IRS. That man's name was James Zong. Police raided his home and discovered a Bitcoin in a single board computer hidden in a popcorn tin in Zong's bathroom. They also discovered $662,000 in cash, as well as gold and silver bars in a floor safe. The United States Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York announced that a law enforcement operation seized more than 50,676 Bitcoin worth $3.36 billion. Zong pleaded guilty to one count of wire fraud, which carries a maximum prison sentence of 20 years. He is currently out on bail and is scheduled to be sentenced on February 22, 2023. The Silk Road affair's impact on crime and law enforcement. The seizure, the second largest in history after the $3.6 billion in stolen cryptocurrency linked to the Bitfinex hack in 2016, prompted federal law enforcement to prioritize crypto-related crimes, adding expertise and developing methods for tracing such transactions. Ulbricht's double life sentence without the possibility of parole came as a shock and outrage to cyber criminals, as well as many law-abiding citizens who shared Ulbricht's utopian libertarian views, advocating for freedom for people to buy and sell whatever they want. Nonetheless, it undoubtedly discouraged participation in dark websites for people within the reach of Western law enforcement. It also encouraged everyone involved in such marketplaces to increase their security and anonymity. Despite the closure of Silk Road, other similar platforms have emerged, highlighting the ongoing challenge that law enforcement agencies face in combating illegal activities on the dark web. So, what are your thoughts? For sticking with us on this video and being our loyal subscriber, we have an opulent viewer contest. Simply type the word Bitcoin in the comment section and you are immediately part of the contest and possibly win. If you are new to our channel, make sure you have clicked the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching and we'll see you on our next video.